Okay, gentlemen, this is my new, I shouldn't say new, but this is my powder coating cabinet. What you're looking at right now is the back. This is, as you can see, it's a wardrobe box. You can get these at Home Depot. I'll put some links in there to part numbers so you can get the stuff. It's a 20 by 20 filter. They don't measure 22 by 20. They make like 18.5 by 18.5, and then the inside is even smaller. I made a cutout, basically 17 inches square in the center of the box, a little bit up high so the filter sits on the bottom. Okay, then this is, make sure you, when you assemble this box, you seal up all the seams with packaging tape. Seal them up real good. This is the inside of it. It's obviously, you can see I've used it. This is just a metal bucket I picked up at Home Depot. It's a paint bucket. I have several of these. I use these in my garage when I'm doing casting with the cold water inside of it. I mounted a little wood board to it, and I bought a Lazy Susan here as well, so you can spin it around, and you can see the filters inside. Again, they're taped to the box quite well, so there's no air going through. The two of them are taped together, then taped to the box. Then you need a 20-inch box fan. A lot of you may have this already or may not. It's a $20 item, again, Home Depot or wherever else you want to shop. Now that goes behind the box by the filters, and make sure you have the air sucking through, not blowing in. Let's turn the fan on for now so I don't have to come back here again. Okay, now what I have done, luckily I work in a machine shop, so I have access to some things. I created a piece of aluminum. It doesn't actually have to be this thick, but this is what I had access to make it. I drilled holes in here. These are 5/16 holes. There's 50 holes. They're 3/4 of an inch on center, up and down and left and right. And what this is for is to hold your bullets for the powder coating. This is, the bullets sit nose down in the hole. I'm trying to get this on camera. Nose down. Okay, so the part that you need to powder coat is sticking up. Now if you made the hole smaller, the bullet would sit up higher. I actually made this plate for my 158 grain wad cutters for my 357, so the holes are a little big for these 9mm, but they still fit, and I'll be making new plates with a smaller hole, so they sit up a little higher. If you look at, see if I can get this in the picture well, when they come out powder coated, you can see the top is not powder coated, but all the lube grooves are powder coated, including the bottom. Okay, now the coverage on this is amazing compared to the shake and bake. I mean, you'd have to do it to experience it yourself to believe it. Anyway, so what we do is you need a powder coat gun, which I bought from Eastwood. It's like $60. You could probably buy the Harbor Freight one if you wanted to, but for $60 I bought the Eastwood product. Obviously you can get better support out of Eastwood. So now, to use this, you also should get an inline air regulator, so you can make sure you lower down the pressure, because you're only working like 10-12 pounds of pressure. Okay, you take your powder coating. This is an Eastwood bottle, so the Eastwood bottle just screws right on. This happens to be Eastwood's Powder Red Wagon. Okay, you screw this in. Come on, baby, there you go. Make sure it's tight. Okay, you hook up your air. let's test set the pressure. That's too much. Turn the pressure off, bring it up slowly. You only need, I don't know if you're seeing that, it's only a very fine mist coming out of there. That's all you need. If you have too much pressure, it'll just blow the powder coat off. Okay. I'm putting in a prepared plate of 124 grain bullets for my 9mm. I'm put them on the Lazy Susan here. You now attach the ground wire to the plate or the Lazy Susan. This Lazy Susan doesn't spin so well, and a plastic one, then you still have to attach the wire to the plate. You take your gun, the fan is on, and you just pull the trigger and just go like this, back and forth. You'll need a little bit more pressure. Okay, there we go. You do have to play with this a little bit to see how it works, to get the feel for the gun. Okay, that's done. That's powder coated. Now I turn this around from this side. Hit it again. Now if you notice, all the spray is going into the filter. One more, make sure you got everything. Again, you have to play with the gun and get the air setting right. You'll figure that out, doesn't take much. And check the other side. We'll turn it all the way to this way. And that's it, they're powder coated. Now they're all powder coated. So at this point now, you just remove your clip. Now you can't put this in the oven this way because the powder coating is going to melt right onto the aluminum. So you can't do it that way. You have to transfer it to something. So let me get my rubber gloves on. Okay, gloves on. Now, remember in another video, I used these bullet boxes. They're plastic bullet boxes. They hold 50 rounds, obviously. Let me get this out of the way so I don't need this here right now. Okay. So now, I would carry this over to my other processing bench, but I'm not set up right now over there. I gotta have to move the camera and all that stuff. So get a little powder coating on your fingers. Okay, just pick them up, put them in. Pick them up. See, the nose has no powder. I can't see too well. Come on, there's no powder on the nose, but everything else is. So you just you transfer these to the block, like in my other video. You do several blocks. You powder. This plate holds 50, so I do a few of these blocks. Loaded up with the powder coated bullets. Then I will transfer them into the tray like I showed you in my prior video how I do that, and put it in the oven 20 minutes. I don't run them at 400. I run them about 350, 360 degrees. You don't need to go really hotter than that, and that's it. It's really that simple. When you're done transferring these all, you can wipe this off with in the box, so you get the stuff blows away. You can wipe it off with a rag, get the excess off, and then you can. I have a slop sink down here. I then rinse, just clean it off, and let it dry, and I'm ready to go for the next batch. But that's my new little powder coat oven. Nothing special. It works. There is no cloud in the room. There's no cloud anywhere. The filters. You want to get a number 4 or higher number filter. The higher the number, the finer the particles it takes through. Again, I'm using 2 filters, number 4. You could probably get away with 1 filter, but you might have to buy a number 6 or 7 filter to filter everything. But the 2 filters, they're like $3 each or $4 each, and it just sucks. The fan just sucks it all into that. When you're done, let me just move this out of the way to my other table. When you're done, you turn off the fan, and you can then get off excess powder just by, just scraping it a little bit. That falls right off. Okay, I have like a poster paper here. That's actually like coated, and you can pull that out actually and dump the powder back in and reuse it. That's my new little way of powder coating. It's a lot easier on the wrist than tumbling, and you get a tremendously amount more coverage. It's a slightly thicker coat, and that's about all I can say about it. Any questions, put them in the comments, and I will put in some links in the comments that you can get the part numbers and stuff to buy this. All from Home Depot, except for the powder gun was from Eastwood. Enjoy.